should be able to get penalized because their team can run the football.
Right.
When you sit back and look at it, I looked at it yesterday. Mahomes has 469 attempts. Jalen Hurts has 357 attempts, right? So he's able to throw the ball a little bit more. But when you look at average per play, Jalen Hurts' average per play is higher. All right, his interceptions are lower. Yes, he takes a little bit more sacks. And Jalen Hurts doesn't have a Hall of Famer that he's playing with. Kelsey is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And that's his stamp is already stamped in history. Travis Kelsey is, right? And the other guys that they have, I see guys streaking down the field all the time. Valdez getting down the field. Yeah. There's something going to be worked in there. Yep. There's a bunch of guys, and I don't know, maybe Coach Reed is maybe a Hall of Fame coach too.
He will be.
Right?
Oh,
so
maybe.
He's in there.
Yeah.
Do you think that Sirianni is a Hall of Fame coach at this point in time?
No, but he's done a hell of a job.
Second year is a
what I'm saying is I'm saying, like, when you break it down, yes, Mahomes' numbers are a little bit better. But when you consider everything, Jalen Hurts, if you average it out based on the attempts, he would be doing the same thing as Mahomes. Because his numbers are better and his completion percentage is higher with less interceptions if he had more opportunities based on this year.
The one thing I want to pick up on, which is what I love about Hurts more than anything, is he doesn't turn the ball over. Last year, he didn't have the great group of guys to throw to. He's just a different player.
Yeah.
It's one of the best progressions we've seen in this market, really any position of offense in years.
Well, the larger question, which is impossible to quantify, is scheme and team relation to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Which is impossible to quantify.
That is the tough. You can't just sub one guy for another and run the same.
Because Jalen Hurts is having a phenomenal season. That's inarguable. But Jalen Hurts does not, and again, Adam made this point that there's no knock on Hurts here. He's playing great football.
Right.
But Jalen Hurts is on a complete offense that can win multiple ways.
Yep.
And a complete team that can win with their defense as well. So how do you quantify
it's
that?
tough.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you with these awards? There's a lot of subjectivity.
It's impossible to do
This
that.
is a hard one.
The one thing that you can do, and I don't want to come across like Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball like Mahomes.
No.
You just can't. But when you add in the element where he makes teams be one-dimensional, I think that the Eagles can go into a game plan knowing that they're going to have these 3 or 4 coverages based on who our quarterback is. And if they do something else beside that, he's going to kill them running the football.
Right. Guys, do you guys both, when you watch tape, do you see the other team react to Hurts' ability to run? Do you see them back off? Like, how does he impact?
Well,
what do you say?
I think you see it in specific situations. In other words, he's in the gun a large percentage of the time. So anytime he's in a gun with an offset back, you have his own read dimension to your offense. So that changes the way a defensive end has to play.
There you go.
Yes.
Right off the bat. And then when you get into, let's say, a 3rd and longer situation, I don't mean 3rd and 15, but let's say 3rd and 7, you have to be 100% concerned about Hurts running the football.
Yeah.
So you have to, but you could say that about Mahomes to some degree. You could say that about Josh Allen. You could say that about other quarterbacks.
And Josh Allen definitely has that. So what I'm saying is your number of zone is going to go up because you know that even if you play man, you have to account for him, which is still one less guy in the passing lane.
Right.
You know, so he's making the team better.
Well, I was just going to say, now that we mentioned Josh Allen, again, he's thrown a couple of bad picks, so in people's minds he's now out of the race, but we still have a number of games to go.
Right.
And they do have the best record in the AFC.
They do.
So we'll see how it plays out.
Yep.
But really until the last couple of weeks, and it's still nowhere near what the Eagles can do, Josh Allen was basically asked to be Superman every single week. They could only win if he played great football.
Correct.
That's really hard to do, no matter how good your quarterback is. So again, I don't do this.
They're
I
all
don't
good
make
arguments.
lists. I don't do this stuff.
Yeah. This is good.
But I'm just saying that, Josh Allen is a guy, even going back the last 2 years, essentially has been asked to be Superman every single week.
Yeah.
And for the most part has been.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do have the team that if we wanted to take the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands and run it, we can do that
Like
and
last
win a
year.
football
Right.
game.
And by the
that
way,
right there is a case against Jalen.
And by the way, they've done that. They did that against Arizona when they needed to score. They did that against
Indianapolis.
Dallas when they needed to score. Now, they did it against Indianapolis, but again, that plays to Jason's point that Hurts is part of the run game.
In that game, he was.
In
More
that
than the
game,
other
he
two.
was.
Right.
But the Eagles can line up and run the ball
Right.
when they need to.
Absolutely. Let me put a bow of what I think is a fair and objective bow on this.
I think we had a fair conversation
Yeah,
about.
no,
great.
and I think
Yeah.
the fairest thing to say about that the MVP is that it is a seasonal award for whoever has the best season in the NFL. It doesn't mean you're the best player in the NFL
Right.
or at your position. I think Jalen Hurts right now is having the best season and is deserving for MVP. If the entire league were free agents and redrafted, I'm fairly confident Patrick Mahomes would be the first player, if not quarterback, at least quarterback taken, and then maybe even Josh Allen,
would
but
be
that's
taken
sort of
before-
irrelevant to the
Allen would be
conversation.
taken before Hurts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
probably.
Well, Joe Burrow too.